Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to yet again another episode of the Dark Match. Today we'll be looking at TNA's latest pay-per-view, Bound for Glory. I am but one of four humble hosts. Ironbite. Dash with me is...
The Revolver Man.
Oh my god!
Yes,
The return of the
Glory. Bound for Glory got me out of my cave.
And now.
Oh no, the Canadian madman's back. And he's pissed off.
Speaking of massive gaping man caves, hello, I'm Mr. War Machine.
And I am Magpie, the lovable cohort that won't shut up and rambles.
Yeah, we know.
So you mean like everybody else in this show?
Exactly.
I would argue I shut up.
We're Arkham Asylum, and we're reporting about the shit we see outside.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Oh, like you've never had a bad line coming from Ironbite and War Machine.
Oh god, Bound for Glory.
Alright.
Bound for Glory.
Oh, Bound for Glory. Alright. I just want to say, if anyone from TNA is listening to this, I want to thank you for a moment. Because I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life. I was shaking and convulsing. I was laughing so hard. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I thought my tear ducts had dried up. I mean,
he's not overblowing it. It was actually that funny. I needed a cigarette after that laugh.
Oh God! But we'll get to that, and I think everyone already knows what we're talking about. But we'll get to that later. First, we start off with a TNA Tag Team title match with Inc. and Mexican American.
It's not even on the show. It's not even on the fucking show proper. They streamed it live on Facebook.
On Facebook? What?
On Failbook.
Failbook. Oh.
Oh, okay.
On
Yes.
Facebook, Failbook, whatever you want to call it. They streamed it on Facebook.
Now, see, that wouldn't be a bad
title
idea.
match. A title match.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, but Revolverman's right. It's a title match that should be on the pay-per-view. If they did this for, like, say they wanted to give the jobber some time or just lesser people, fine, they get an extra thing and the live audience gets a piece, but it's the tag titles.
You know, I've at this point stopped caring about TNA's business practices. And whatever they choose to do, I just tend to go with at this point because they're so inept that they just can't outdo themselves anymore. So I was not surprised by this. In fact,
I mean, okay, you're trying out new technologies. You get to, you're trying to reach a much broader audience than you actually could. But this is a match
familiar.
This is actually a match you've tried to hype up on your show. Now, granted, it's between four very bland and, well, let's face it, not very good people, but at least you tried it on your show, and then you go, yeah, we're not going to actually air this on our pay-per-view. If you go to TNA's Facebook page, you'll be able to see it.
It's somehow really far down. Like, I know that tag team development was underdeveloped and it was undeveloped last year, but how far it's gone, like, if there's no Motor City Machine Guns around.
Or Beer Money holding the titles.
Yeah, where there's no two good, cohesive teams, everything else just utterly fails, and you just realize, wow, it was not that good.
Yeah.
No. Mexican America retains.
Oh, Lord.
Mexican American, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mexican American. No, it's Mexican America.
No,
but
it's Mexican American. I don't care what you say.
Whatever they are, they retain, and
we should care more about this. I mean, I love tag team wrestling, but again, TNA can do this to a division.
Where's the picture where Charmander and it says "This is me not giving a fuck"?
Not a single given that day.
Because that's what I felt like. I didn't care, and I just happened to catch it on Facebook, and I'll be honest, I came to this show kind of late because I was doing something, but someone passed me a message that it was on Facebook, and so I watched that, and I was just like, I don't think I care. I watched it, and I was like, no, still don't care.
The only thing really memorable about this is Anarchy Elite losing his pants.
If you want to call that memorable, I call that brain scarring.
Who is Anarchia? Oh, Homicide Part 3.
Basically. Mexican American
Chavo Bagwell.
Chavo Bagwell. Oh,
Chavo
hold on,
Bagwell.
really quick. A quick diversion. I watched Pay It Forward recently. That movie is so old, WCW was still around.
That's right, they were watching that when before John Bon Jovi came in the room.
Yeah, like he was sitting there, and, like Haley Joel Osment's character was freaking out as I think it was Kevin Nash.
Buff Bagwell was in the match.
Buff Bagwell was in the match, and I think Kevin Nash went for a power bomb, which Haley Joel Osment called a DDT. I sat there when we were watching it in class. I was like, "That's a power bomb, you idiot!" Everyone looked at me. I was just like, "What?"
To be fair, Haley Joel Osment is at least better than Michael Cole at calling matches.
He did have a lot more energy than Michael Cole. For some strange reason, he kept shouting vintage, though. I wasn't quite sure why.
All right. Now that we've totally shit on this, let's go into the pay-per-view proper, which begins with Austin Aries versus Brian Kendrick.
Again,
Austin Aries.
Take it away, Charmander. I don't care about either of these guys. I really don't. I know Austin Aries is supposed to be some type of indie darling, I guess. I never cared about him. And
Indie Darling. Hold up, Indie Darling. He's just a good wrestler, well around. It's not even an indie thing. He just kicks ass at what he does.
Well, I say it like that because the only way I heard about him prior to him coming to TNA was through ROH and stuff like that. So, and other promotions I just heard through hearsay. And, I just never really cared about the guy. I mean, I got that he was good, but he never made me care about him in any sort of way. And Brian Kendrick, I just gave up on.
I might be on the same boat as Kendrick on that one, but I've made that sentiment very clear before.
I just kind of gave up on him, and now I just don't really care.
Austin Aries, for the amount of hype that he's had, the amount of, oh my god, it's Austin Aries, he's so awesome, oh my god, Austin Aries, he's awesome, he just doesn't impress me, and it's not because it's, he's in TNA, it's just that he's never impressed me. Even back before the current management took over, Austin Aries never impressed me because I only remember one thing. The star Austin Aries. If you remember that failed gimmick before he finally...
Oh, Austin Stars? Austin Star? That one?
Yeah, Austin Star.
Oh, well, yeah. Wait a minute, that was a stupid name, but he had good matches at the time. Do you not remember the time when he got Generation Next to go against Daniels, AJ, and two other X Division guys whose name Chris Sabin was one of them? That was an awesome match. That one,
Well, yeah. Anyways, let's
sorry to put holes in your argument, but let's get on with the pay-per-view.
Keep going, guys, because,
Austin Aries wins.
Fairly competitive match.
Yeah.
I gotta say, though, it's just like for him to retain the title, because I thought the obvious running theme in the pay-per-view, I thought it was going to obviously go one way in the usual TNA fashion, or just, like the belt's going to switch hands. So I thought Kendrick was going to actually get the belt back, but I'm glad Austin Aries retained, because I hope it's going to mean that they want to make Austin a strong champion, try to get a cavalcade. I said hope. I acknowledged it.
Yeah, it was a good match, but like I said, he may have good matches, I just don't care about him. But I'll give both these guys their due. It was fairly good when I caught it later. I had to catch a repeat stream.
It was competitive.
Moving on. Oh fuck. Let's go backstage and Jeremy Borash and Tracy Brooks. Go ahead, just say the joke. I'm waiting. Just get it out of your system now.
What joke? I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, come on.
Tracy Brooks, giant, surgically enhanced.
Tracy Brooks has huge tits.
She has big boobies.
Huge tits.
Knockers.
Tracy Brooks. Watermelons.
Milk jugs.
Gazambas.
Tracy Brooks' breasts are in proportion to her body.
Okay. Now that we all got right. Now that we got all that out of our system, Karen Jarrett's there.
I'm in the danger zone.
Karen walks in and she's all like, "Hey kids, bone out," and so they did. And Karen's all like, "You listen to me here. Don't touch my kids." And Tracy's like, "What are you talking about? I ain't touching kids." And Tracy's like, "Yeah, you are." And he's like, "No, I'm not." And Jeremy Borash is all like, "Whoa, stuff's happening." And then the segment ended.
Yeah.
Why was he wearing a striped shirt? That was the only weird thing about the segment.
Yeah,
Why do we keep bringing the kids?
All this was to establish that Karen Jarrett's going to be the referee for the knockouts, for the four corner knockouts match. Why 4 corners? Why not a fatal 4-way? I fucking don't know.
In case you heard an incredibly loud thud, I just face desked.
Are you beating yourself up again?
Oh, maybe. All right.
Karen Jarrett, he has an excuse.
Now, God, let's move on. Jerry Lynn versus Rob Van Dam, Full Metal Mayhem.
Again, I like this match back when it was in ECW and these two could actually go.
Yeah, I pretty much share the same sentiment.
Did I just date myself a little bit?
A little bit. Considering I've only seen that match on DVDs.
Well, well, so have I, but I can still remember people talking about it in high school.
You're old.
Yeah, I'm old. The problem with this match is these two fuckers can't go anymore. They're old. Now, granted, Rob Van Dam has joints like a 11-year-old gymnast. But the problem is he's working off of a very old Jerry Lynn, and it really shows whenever these two lock up. I don't understand why TNA continuously tries to recapture the Jerry Lynn RVD glory days when those days not only have passed you by, but they passed you by and twice. And
I think you just answered your own question.
And it gets embarrassing when you see these guys fuck up spots, like when they went for the when they tried to powerbomb Jerry Lynn outside the ring, and then he hit his head right onto the railing.
Yeah.
God, that looked awful.
Their timing is shot to shit. They can't. All they can really do is what I like to call Terry Funk a match. And when you Terry Funk a match, all you do is you beat each other up with weapons.
Hey, they take that back. Terry Funk can tell a story. These two nimwits couldn't even do anything because they lost the ability to tell a story. Terry Funk can still tell a story. Not to argue with you though, it's fucking sad they didn't bring anything impressive to something they should have had some expertise on. I mean, it's a Full Metal Mayhem ladder match, TLC, whatever you want to call it. I'm not saying that I want to see them just Jerry Lynn and RVD in those type of matches, but I would expect they know how to work it, and they didn't. And they were just some dumb fucking spots. Like, I swear, there was a moment where RVD did a backflip just to get a chair, just to hit Jerry Lynn, when he could have easily just walked right there, picked it up, and hit him, and taken less of the time.
The also highlight spot of that match was the flip powerbomb onto nothing.
Yeah, right onto the head. Just,
Again, glory days passed them by and are twice, and now coming around for a third one. But the biggest issue is I don't understand. This is supposed to be TNA's pay-per-view. And so far, I don't think any of us have been really impressed with anything. This is supposed to be their WrestleMania.
Well,
Anybody impressed yet?
I haven't
Well,
been. I haven't been impressed. Where it's still going above what I expected so far.
Yeah, I can't say I hate it. I can't say I hate the show at all, but it's not impressive. I mean, this match was just like, I can't say I hate the match because it wasn't really, really awful, but good. It's not the biggest show quality thing.
To counter what you said, you said, this is supposed to be their WrestleMania. Why aren't they impressing us? Has WWE really impressed us over the last couple of years with WrestleMania? I mean, kind of. But I don't necessarily count Undertaker's matches because those are always good. If there's one thing you can expect from a WrestleMania, at least one thing, it's that Undertaker's match is at least going to be decent, if not the best match on the card.
Well, to counter that argument, it's not even just the match quality thing, it's just with WrestleMania, the presentation in general. Like, even if you go in there like, oh, Miz versus John Cena, that match is going to be boring, and that's how I looked at it, but they treated it as it was a big event, and we should care about this, and it was like that big WrestleMania atmosphere. Like, even if you can, like, get the funds to have a big WrestleMania atmosphere, you still need to treat your best show like it's going to be your best damn show in the entire year. I mean, every show should be your best, but this is your coup de la grace. This is where you say, like, this was where we're going to be the wrestling company that's going to show our best, and I'm rambling.
No, you made a very valid point.
Yeah, like, you don't have to be big or small, but you have to have that attitude. Is where I was
well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that TNA has to be super big or anything like that in order to impress me. And I'm not even saying that WWE, should. Well, I mean, they should work harder to impress me, but they're not, and they're clearly not. But I'm not saying I'm only comparing the two in the sense of neither has really impressed us with their big stage shows.
Oh, okay.
And, I think that shouldn't be a thing exclusive to TNA. For the many things we bash TNA on, that we should at least kind of, But the night only gets worse, so don't take this as me defending the show.
Yeah, I mean, we're giving credits, like, saying it was a bland show, but
it
still wasn't a good show.
Right now, it's bland. This is like WrestleMania 26. But after this, oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of after this, let's end this match with
Rob Van Dam wins.
Yeah, because Jerry Lynn can't seem to get a fucking win ever.
And out of this feud where they're just like, where they hated each other, and Rob Van Dam kicked his ass in the bathroom. What do? Oh, you're my buddy. Hey, man, you kicked me in the head with a chair. Yeah, well, you're my buddy. I've hated you for 2 weeks and said awful things and tried to ruin your chances of getting a title, but you're my buddy.
Guys, why the hell are you not mentioning that Jerry Lynn was pinned by a ladder?
Oh! Oh, yeah.
Because we're trying to fucking forget that?
RVD didn't win that match. Tell him, Backlash.
The ladder won the match.
Yeah, I'll take this one, because RVD, he has a ladder on top of Jerry Lynn when he pins him, and the ladder's on the ropes, too, so he's got leverage. A ladder won the match.
DDT in Japan is screaming gimmick infringement.
Oh, Jesus. I gotta say, that honestly took me by surprise. That was maybe one of the lamest things I've ever seen. No.
He didn't even, do anything. Like, he could have just regularly pinned him and won.
Yeah.
After the ladder didn't do anything.
But guys, they had to go extreme!
Well, I didn't know
Hey, we at the Dark Match would like to congratulate Ladder on its first successful win and wish it all the best. I'm sure it will be TNA Heavyweight Champion before the year is out.
Hey, Jerry Lynn put that ladder over.
Damn straight. You know what, Jerry Lynn? I take back anything bad I've ever said about you. You are a real worker. All right.
You are a stand-up individual, Jerry Lynn, helping out such young talents as Broom or ladder.
Especially since other veterans don't understand that you need to build a future, and you just break convention and build a future for these young talents.
God, you are a genius. You are a god amongst men.
Lad.
Good job, Jerry Lynn.
All hail Jerry Lynn!
Hail the ladder!
Lynn,
Ladder!
Ladder,
Ladder! Ladder! Ladder!
Okay, now that insanity is over, hey guys, here's a useless three-way for no reason.
What, Angle? Gonna fuck in the ring?
No, Magpie, you might want to walk away for a second. It's Samoa Joe versus Crimson versus Matt Morgan.
I had my pills, and I have an official psychological evaluation. I'm able to talk about Joe again without the sinisterness coming back.
So basically what happens is Matt Morgan versus Crimson versus Joe. Joe walks into the ring. He's all like, ew, hey, what's up, guys? And Crimson's all like, hey, what's up, dude? And Matt Morgan's like, yo, what's happening? And then they start hitting each other, and Joe's like, oh, why are you guys hitting me? And Crimson's all like, 'cause you suck, that's why. Here. And then Matt Morgan's all like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna check out of this match now. See you guys.
Why
And
do
then
they all sound the same?
Shut up, that's why. And then Crimson's all like, here. I'm gonna beat Samoa Joe. And Samoa Joe's like, oh no. And then Samoa Joe gets pinned. Match over, Crimson wins.
Keep in mind, guys, that Joe can't beat two guys who are injured.
And keep in mind, too, that in the match, in the psychology of things, the two bigger gentlemen were being presented as morons because Joe is able to outsmart them in every single passage, as he should, because Joe's fucking awesome.
Also, Matt Morgan was incredibly lazy in that match, in which he just literally stood there and watched for about 5 minutes.
He didn't do anything. Like, he could have easily, like, okay, compare it to is it fair to compare this three-way to the greatest three-way in TNA history? Nope, but I'm going to do it anyway. Stealing a joke from other media. It's like, okay, in that match, there was a lot of action that came by, and there were spots to make the one person look good, but they had the intent of winning. That's the plan of any three-way, that they're all against each other. I mean, if you wanted to book it like these two were in cahoots with each other, which I thought it was going to go, then do it, but they didn't. So Morgan looked very, like Roman said, looked very stupid just standing there like, oh, I'll just wait for you to give me my turn and you can fight me fairly. No, he could have capitalized and just started wailing on both of them, you fucking moron.
Again.
I think my description of the match was better.
Oh, yeah.
Here's something that amuses me. It takes a running knee and a spear to put Joe away.
No, I call it, that was a botch. He was trying to do the blueprint. He couldn't stretch his leg out. I saw it. It was a botch. It wasn't running me in my ass. That was just a good cover-up by Mike TNA, and God bless him.
Yeah, he worked his ass off to cover
sorry
that.
for fucking Mike TNA and Taz for having to call this shit. Oh, boy. But again.
And all this is...
And Joe can't... What does that say? When Joe can't beat two guys who are quote-unquote injured.
And when you look at the overall history of TNA, Joe used to kick Matt Morgan's ass on like a daily basis, like in around 07. Like, remember whenever he easily put Morgan through the table, like when he tried to sign a contract with Cornette? Joe should easily be able to dismantle him, and if now, like, say, Morgan grew as a wrestler, he should still be able, like, legit, like, logic-wise, to still, like, handle him. He may have gotten better, but he can still handle him.
But no, now Joe can't buy a fucking win. Congratulations, TNA. You have taken one of probably the best, the fattest and most. I'm sorry. You've taken one of the fastest and most agile fat guys I've ever seen, and made him into a joke.
I honestly think
Wait. You mean they took one of the fastest, most agile fat guys you've ever seen and just turned into a normal fat guy?
No, it's worse than a fat guy, because Rikishi could fucking get a win.
Guys, Rikishi is undefeated in TNA.
Get face, Samoa Joe! Get face!
Why hasn't Samoa Joe just pretty much gone Kurt? Why Samoa Joe hasn't gone Kurt Russell in the thing and just taken a flamethrower to TNA Studios and just make sure the virus is over? I don't know why, but Joe continues to completely lose.
I would just like to say that Samoa Joe has been faced. Bam!
I thought that you were going to talk about that Samoa Joe should pour liquor down Vince Russo's throat and hopefully he explodes, calling him a cheating bitch.
That too. Either way, as long as Joe can have some revenge.
So our next match is.
So wait, hold on, one more. Do you think that afterwards, Samoa Joe's going to get shot in the arm and then drive off and start crying like a bitch?
Oh, fuck you.
Okay. So,
oh, no. Oh, no.
Falls Count Anywhere match. Bully Ray versus Mr. Anderson.
Someone get me my shotgun.
I hate the fact that I'm saying that for me, knowing what's coming up, this is actually one of the better matches of the night.
That is sad to say. When Anderson and Bully Ray are your better matches of the night.
Considering what else is on the card, the potential of what else is on the card, you don't think Anderson versus Bully Ray is going to even be close to being quote unquote good. But it is, because apparently, since breaking away from Devon, and we all know he'll be back, Team 3D will be back together within the next, what's the over-under, 2 years?
Oh, next year, next year tops. Mexican American are going to have a bloody reign. No one can beat them, and then Team 3D are back just to prove that they're the best, and they're going to win at the immediate next Impact after they got back together.
Okay.
Yep.
But,
let's move
past the Steiner brothers.
Just out of curiosity, Steiner still go? I haven't seen him in a while.
Rick Steiner is too busy selling houses to wrestle anymore. He's a real estate agent now.
Wait, hold on. Scott Steiner's still alive?
Yes. Yes, he is. Okay, so this match, actually kind of decent. It is a it is a Falls Count Anywhere match, which almost turns into a fans bring the weapons match.
Yeah, it kind of fluctuated.
Yeah, it kind of fluctuated between the two, which is okay. It's actually a match that I don't see Bully Ray not doing well in because, well, let's face it, ECW was known for this sort of shit.
Yeah.
And guess where they are? Philadelphia.
I think they honestly wanted it, about the Falls Count Brawl stipulation, I think they honestly just wanted to call this street fight, a Philadelphia street fight. They wanted to call it that when they booked this match together, but they looked back and realized, we used the word street fight too much. We need something close to it. Falls Count Anywhere. Book it.
No, that could not have been their train of thought because Russo fucking loves the word street fight because it's real. Damn it.
Is this the match where I think it might be, or it might be the AJ Danielson match? I'm not sure, but is this the match where Taz goes, the crowd, it's conflicted,
and they weren't doing anything at all?
Yeah, and they weren't doing anything at all.
Probably because most of Taz's commentary, whenever I'm listening to him, I go, did something just say something in a slightly Brooklyn accent? Yeah, I don't fucking care.
Did a walrus with sunglasses just mutter on live TV?
But what I said...
What's an Oompa Loompa doing in the Impact Zone?
God.
Hey, it's Hulk Hogan's Puerto Rican brother.
That, and the crowd just wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
All I thought was, they don't know if they should leave or just throw stuff in the ring. They're not sure.
You know, it was probably this match. I can't fucking remember because I don't fucking care. Oh, this And here's what happens in the middle of the fucking match. Bully Ray decides to cut a promo.
Oh, this is where the Bond villains started. Okay. So throughout the night, it seems as though the heels decided, we're gonna be Bond villains this evening. So right when they have their people in their clutches, they decide to cut a Bond villain monologue about how they're going to beat them.
If you've never seen the movie Incredibles, you've never seen the speech about monologuing, this was essentially what happened.
And he took it one step further by stealing his. And he took it one step further by stealing the mic summoning powers.
Oh
you
yeah, that's
black dog! You caught me monologuing. Oh, man.
I don't understand this. So Ray cuts a promo on Anderson, and it backfires on him.
Yeah,
It backfires on him.
He may as well have said, now, I'm going to put you in an over-elaborate scheme that would involve some sort of exotic death. And then he puts his pinky up to his lip.
And one guard, of course. We need one guard.
Yeah, one guard.
And then he turns off the monitor and says, I just assume everything goes to plan. What?
I have one simple request. And it's sharks with frickin' lasers on their frickin' heads.
So,
I'd rather watch Austin.
My colleague tells me this is impossible. Honestly, what do I pay you people for? Throw me a bone here.
But Russo, for the last time, we can't get sharks with laser beams on them. Now can we just book the match?
okay.
Am I the only person who could totally see Vince Russo bringing a pinky up to his mouth?
100
Imagine
million
I bet he
dollars.
has. The brawl actually, I don't understand this, but the fight goes to the backstage and the crowd starts booing. It's a Falls Count Anywhere street fight. I'd be happy if it had actually gone out to fucking Philadelphia. That would have been funny and hilarious. No. Oh, it's going backstage. No, I'm never going to be able to see this.
Considering the lack of people there, they probably could have had everybody go to the backstage without it violating any fire codes or anything.
Yeah, with the amount of screens,
By the way,
they could show it for the
I
live
would
audience.
like to state something. I stated this in the thread last night, but I'm just going to say it here too. You could hear the pained wails echo. There was so little people in the impact zone. It was horrendous.
I was pointing that out because I was pointing that out the other day. I mean, it's just like I know that TNA, any show, live show that they're not going to sell out, but
they weren't in the Impact Zone. They were in Philly, so
right.
Okay,
Right. I know
I don't
any
care.
show they do, whether if it's Impact show or live show, it's not going to draw. But even God, it was just like they're doing a bad comb over with that entire arena because as Anderson and Bully Ray are brawling, you can see just above in the Raptors a bunch of empty rows and a whole lot of section. It wasn't just one empty row; it was a bunch of them, and then filled up floor spaces. So you could just totally tell they just lumped these people together and make it look better for the overall quality.
Apparently, now, I don't know how true this is. I just read it somewhere that I can't remember, so it's probably false. But 60% was papered. 60% of the audience there was papered.
No fucking way.
Get out of here.
More than half of the people there did not pay a dime to see TNA. So it really was like they were at the Impact Zone.
Oh, I thought you were saying papered as they made paper-mache people. I'm like, TNA are not that stupid. Oh, wait, they could do that.
No, I don't think they've gotten so desperate to do the mannequin gimmick yet. But you never know, especially with Russo, especially since apparently it's cast members, not audience anymore.
So
Selena Gomez's stalker was caught today.
Wait, you didn't know he was caught by somebody?
Yeah, he's 46. She caught him, brought him to court, and now she slapped a restraining order on him.
my
still
perfect,
pending.
Guys,
my
no-
perfect virus
no-
worked. I
So
planted the
now
evidence
that we're
just
getting
fine.
off track, this match eventually will end with Anderson hitting the mic check through the table for the win.
Why you do this?
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
can I
no,
tell
no,
you
no,
how
no,
stupid
no,
this-
wait, hold it.
We're forgetting something.
You guys forgot that the mic check through the table was the backup finish.
Oh yeah.
Because he did the Kenton,
And
the
he just
table
kinda-
didn't break.
He grazed Bully Ray. He basically scraped across Bully Ray and missed.
And he looked pissed. You saw a look on his face like, German! Just picks him up. To Anderson's credit, though, he did, like, as fast as he can, just finish that up and try to cover it best as he can, but we noticed the fuck up.
Yeah. No. It's not that we know. The problem was that we noticed and that King covered up pretty good. It was that Tabs was openly commenting that he fucked up the spot.
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, even Tabs was like,
I really don't pay attention to Taz.
Tabs was basically openly talking about how Ken screwed up the spot.
I give Booker T a lot of crap. I will admit this. And sometimes it's warranted, sometimes it's unwarranted. But my God, I don't think I've seen a more inept commentator than Taz. The dude is
very
borderline-
compatible.
I think literally
okay.
on camera he is borderline retarded. I mean, because he says, not only does he say some of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life, he just points out everything he sees. Oh, look, he messed up right there. Oh, look right there. He messed that up.
Like,
Let the pigeons loose. I mean, it's just...
Going back in time, I remember when he buried Angelina Love's finisher by talking about for 5 minutes he had no idea what she did there.
And the sad thing is, Taz in TNA 2009 can really actually do a very good job of analytically calling a match. Watch Desmond Wolfe versus Kurt Angle. He knew every move and hold. And he's just incompetent in everything else.
God damn. Okay, but let's...
I know he can do a good job. I know he
Let's move
can.
on. Mr. Anderson wins with the mic check through table. And, so, the people that Jackson James is Eric Bischoff's son. Like
They
we
finally
didn't know
admitted
this.
that. They finally admitted that.
Like
So-
we didn't know this already, but whatever. Anyways.
So, the Starcade 97 fix is in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, the fix is in. The noodles are boiling. Somebody give me some other phrases from that episode.
The meat is burning.
The meat is
Cow
burning.
chicka wow wow?
The noodles are hot. The fix is in. Okay, so here we go.
Also, I just wanted to mention for like 6 minutes, the announcer, both Today and Taz, are acting like they've just found out who truly killed Kennedy. Seriously,
What?
They're like, oh my
Doing that.
God, he's Bischoff's son?
And they focused it on camera, and they got, what, like 4 or 3 minutes just dedicated to, like, them deducing this whole plot?
Yes.
Oh, God.
All right, guys. So moving on.
Next match, TNA Knockouts title match.
I have to say, in all fairness to the match, though, and this goes up with my theory of actual in-ring quality with Angelina Love and, not Angelina Love, Mickie James and Winter, like, because they had the opening lockup. The first part of every time those two are in a match for whatever reason, whether if it's a tag match or singles match, the first part of the match, from the opening exchange, about halfway through, is always awesome. And right after the halfway point, everything goes straight to hell. And this match definitely had that happen.
Yeah.
Everything, to quote a British guy I like to watch on YouTube, everything went a bit pear-shaped.
You know what? For this being a cat fight, quote unquote, because cat fights, girls kissing, and all that. I've seen better cat fights out of my cats. Okay. And one cat.
They don't knock actual cat fights. Cats are fucking vicious.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll kick your ass.
Well, here's the thing. I've got a 4-month-old kitten and a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old cat. They were better coordinated than this.
I wouldn't say this match was, again, the halfway point, though. The first half of the match was really good, and it gave time for the girls to show off their individual skills. But then, somewhere along the way, the rope just broke, and then they just started not really doing that. The performers didn't start doing that good, and then the shenanigans came.
That's because Karen Jarrett was fucking everything up. They had, the thing is, the ref, if you don't know this, the ref is very important to a good match, believe it or not. And Karen Jarrett can't pull off reffing.
Before Karen Jarrett, everyone had like a 6-minute walk-in time, like when they did their entrance.
Oh yeah, they really drew out the entrance for some reason.
Padding. The
problem is that a lot of matches could have used those extra 6 minutes they used for padding.
Yeah, especially the main one we'll get to that could have used all the time it can get.
I'm kidding.
How sweet the padding.
So, besides the padding, this match was Karen Jarrett wanting Winter and Madison to focus on beating the fuck out of Mickie James and Velvet Sky.
Which they could have just gotten the fast count of one match.
Well, the question I wondered if, of course, they didn't plan for this because this isn't what happened. What was if after they basically killed Mickie and Velvet Sky? What was Karen Jarrett planning on doing when Winter wanted to keep her title, but Madison Rayne wanted it?
They're evil, so they get along automatically.
Yeah, evil is friends. You know what? I don't fucking know. I do not think Karen Jarrett has had any more of a plan other than kill Velvet Sky. Because we all know this feud between Karen Jarrett and Velvet Sky is so important. Oh, wait.
And you would think, she didn't even think, Karen Jarrett couldn't even think as, a smart heel, because she really could have just won the match. Again, we know predetermined finish, but she could have easily, as a heel, stayed intuitive and been like, okay, oh, wait, Winter got the pin. 1, 2, oh, fast count. She could have kept doing fast count. She could have actually actively tried to, play a heel and make your side win, but no, she didn't. She just stood there, looked pretty, and screamed and squawked every once in a while.
Looked pretty.
Guys, Karen Jarrett squawks. Finish comes.
I don't want to talk.
Handling Winter a mist pellet. Winter goes to spray the pellet at Mickie, and she ducks, and Karen gets it full in the face.
I know.
And Karen sells this like somebody threw a water balloon of acid in her face.
Did that already happen?
Anyways, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Winner and new Knockouts champion, Velvet Sky.
Okay, I'll comment on this. In terms of actual booking, this makes sense to put Velvet Sky because she's long overdue with the Knockouts. Just putting everything aside. Problem is, we've waited this long and seen everything that's happened within the past year and a half. We don't care. I mean, we don't care about the Knockout title because that's been long gone in the lineage, but it's this could have easily happened, as soon as Winter just got the belt, and then Angelina Love could have, not Angelina Love, Velvet Sky could have just, gone on a feud straight up there, avenged her friend, got this bitch, and won the title, and it would have meant something. And this should have meant something on the biggest stage, but it didn't. But in the actual bookings, I can't fault them because they did right.
Speaking of Winter, she just lives to job the title of somebody else, doesn't she?
Basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
We all know that probably either this Thursday or next Thursday, Winter's going to get the title back due to shenanigans. But
right, because Tracy Brooks, we didn't mention, Tracy Brooks hit the ring and got the count, so it's probably going to be, oh, Velvet, you're not the real champion, and Velvet's going to spend another 4 months trying to get the belt back.
But the question is, Tracy Brooks isn't an official rep. Usually when they do that spot, an official ref takes over because they're the only ones that can do that. So then why did they count that?
I don't know.
The weird thing, the fucked up thing about that was even more is as soon as that happened, Earl Hebner came out to look at fucking Karen.
Hebners always suck at their jobs. If Hebners did their jobs before, I bet you half these plot lines wouldn't exist.
No kidding.
That's true. All right, so moving on, we've got the I Quit match versus Daniels and Styles.
Actually, before we get to this, I've got to mention the interview with Kazarian beforehand. Not that there was anything interesting in the interview itself, but because the interview was about 2 minutes long, and for the entirety of the interview, you can hear Velvet's shitty music playing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Holla!
As
bad as it was to have to listen to it on the pay-per-view, I can't imagine how much it sucked to be in the audience.
What they must have just sat there with nobody in the ring, nothing happening for 2 minutes while Angelina Love's fucking Beautiful People music played.
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh god. So getting on to one of the few matches that I actually liked. You know, this was an I Quit match, which turned into a let's grab stuff out of a toolbox match.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the Bond villain promo out of the way.
No, let me finish. Let me finish before I say that. It will lead into your Bond villain. Then it turned into I'm going to murder somebody match.
Okay, so here's what happened. At some point, I'll be honest, I don't watch TNA when I don't have to. So most of the time I just get fragments of story and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'm presuming it doesn't make a whole lot of sense anyways. But, so all of a sudden, Christopher Daniels hates AJ Styles and wants him dead. So he props the chair open, puts the bar over his neck, and it seems like he's going to suffocate him, which is going to lead to like a big damn heroes moment from somebody in the back, and they're going to chase Christopher Daniels off. And but during this time, Chris Daniels starts monologuing. Common theme of the evening. And
very common.
So he's monologuing, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you, AJ. And I'll tell your wife that the last words you said were, I love you. And it's just like,
get the kids out of here. They shouldn't have to see a cold-blooded murder. What the fuck?
What? This is when I just started chuckling. Like, throughout the night, my chuckling got progressively worse and worse. Just from here, it was just a steady stream of chuckles. But, like, that was so over the top and ridiculous. Like, I have never seen Christopher Daniels be such a large ham in my life.
I think the only way that could have got worse is if he said that, and after I kill you, AJ, I'm going to a fucking neo-Nazi rally. Because I'm a skinny now.
I honestly think AJ would go to the neo-Nazi rally before Christmas. But let's...
wow, really?
That's...
So,
he does not speak for DarkMatch, ladies and gentlemen.
And for the record, we don't think Chris Daniels is a Nazi. I actually met Chris Daniels. He's a very nice guy. He's very pro-black people.
Very pro-black people.
Oh, to add an aside to all this, the gay community...
If you saw that hey Chris, if you saw that outfit in Best of the World, I wouldn't blame you if you think about that with Daniels.
But I'm going to say this. I mean, I actually like this match because it's fucking AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. They're not a bad match. It's just that fucking Bond villain promo at the end is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they could
let's get past the Bond villain promo.
This match was... Go ahead.
After a while, this is actually before the monologue, but Daniels then pulls out a screwdriver and tries to shank AJ.
Oh yeah, he goes for the Mission Impossible 2 spot.
Yes. That stops. They wrestle, and then for whatever reason, AJ gets the screwdriver, and he is rightfully fucking pissed.
Yeah, he's kind of angry.
And so Daniels jumps in the corner and is like, I quit!
Yeah, the biggest anticlimax ever. I mean,
next match.
if you looked close enough,
let's not go biggest anticlimax ever when what's coming up.
We know what's on the horizon,
if you
dude.
looked really close, you could see Danielson's dick shrinking. But
Daniels.
But a strange crevice begins to grow between his legs. Okay, so now that we've busied that, as AJ Styles is heading to the back, Daniels comes out, hits Angel Wings, and continues.
I cannot tell you how sick I am of this feud. Stop it! Stop it now! You will stop this feud immediately. I have seen it so many times. I'm beginning to hate their matches.
The feud was old in 2006.
Stop it! Stop it now!
I will say to comment on the match, though, this is just an example of the writing getting away with the working, because it's like Daniels and AJ, like, they could have got to the point, they could have just wrestled and then brawled and then used weapons and then got to the point where they need more severe weapons if they just would have worked it, because they have moves in their set that are vicious. Like, if Daniels would have locked in the Koji clutch and just held that on AJ for a while, and that would have been the time where he's like, I'm going to kill you, and had a sadistic smile on, that would have been fucking awesome. But this was just like, no, get violent fast, now.
Yeah, let's break out the weapons. Let's break out the attempted murder. Once again, TNA has a real fetish for attempted murder.
Okay, let's move on. So, next thing that happens, Jeff Jarrett comes out.
Yes, cool us down.
So
they thought the AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, I Murder You match was going to be so fucking hot that the crowd needed to get cooled down.
Everyone needed a cigarette, which I guess is true considering the seats were surprisingly empty. But so Jeff Jarrett comes out, and he's talking trash to Jeff Hardy, who he keeps calling Nero for some reason. Probably not to confuse himself, but
Jeffrey.
I know what his middle name is. And I would like to state there is only one Nero, and he's a badass that is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch. But I digress. So Hardy makes his way to the ring, and he's all like, I got one thing to say to you. Can I borrow $50? But that was a lot.
I got one thing to say to you. Did you take my stash, man? I have to keep that stash close to me now. Dude, that's not cool.
One thing to say to you. Can you grant me my release so I can go back to WWE?
I got one thing to say to you, Jeff.
I don't care if I gotta get clean first. Just get me out of here.
I'll job to Ginger Mahal. I don't care. At least they'll give me back my dignity.
I got one thing to say to you, Jeff Jarrett. Could you sign my copy of the new of your CD of your song "Rap Is Crap"? I really love that song.
I've got something to ask you. Can you sign my Slap Nuts t-shirt?
Let me ask you a question. Where's Miss Kitty? Where'd she go?
Hey,
I've got a question. I've only got one thing to say to you, Jeff Jarrett. How does it feel bunking two married people's wives? I mean, you fucked Deborah McMichael, and then you turn around and you fuck Karen Angle. Aren't you married too? You're a horrible person. Why are you lecturing me?
And also, I don't want to sound queer or nothing, but what's it like to fuck Vince Russo?
If he actually cut that would have been awesome. But here's what I was expecting him to say. I only got one thing to say to you. Can you help bail out my brother? He's had a bit of trouble recently.
I'd do it, but I spent all my money on black tar heroin. Anyways, so Jeff and Jeff start fighting. Jeff backs Jeff into a corner, and then Jeff fights Jeff off.
And the crowd goes...
Then the security come out to break Jeff and Jeff apart. But Jeff breaks through and starts attacking Jeff. Jeff puts a stop to this and puts Jeff on the ground. They continue fighting down there like a rabid hockey couple. The security pull Jeff off of Jeff, and then Jeff gets taken away while Jeff stays in the ring. Video
and
promo.
Theater has a new chapter.
Video promo for Sting and Hulk Hogan. Oh yes, I was excited. This is what I watched this whole show for. Because
honestly, I have to admit, I'm surprised that Hogan let this be the semi-main.
Yeah.
I have to say, and here's what I'm gonna say. This was without a doubt the single funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. I don't think that I have seen some really funny stuff. I once watched my little cousin punch himself in the back of his head on accident. And Hulk Hogan versus Sting was funnier.
How the fuck did you manage that?
He got really mad at me because I said something mean to him, and he threw this haymaker, and I guess he just lost his fist somehow behind his head, and he hit himself so hard he knocked himself out.
Wow, that just beats TNA.
That doesn't even seem physically possible.
That's exactly what he said when he woke up.
This match. Oh, God.
I never thought in my... Oh, hold up, man. Damn it, technical.
Okay, this match, while Magpie is doing his technical stuff.
Oh, sorry, I fixed it. My mistake.
This match was, everybody knew Hogan can't take a bump. At all.
Oh, but did he prove us wrong?
Oh, he proved us wrong at the and then go on to Twitter right after going, "Hey brothers, look, I took bumps. I can't sit down, but god damn it, I took bumps."
Yeah.
4 of them.
I can't lie down anymore, but I'm sure I'm in the peak of health.
I actually watching this match. Granted, it was awful, but it wasn't as bad as we thought it would be. I remember distinctly back in 1997 ordering Stargate 97, thinking it was going to be the highlight of my year. And I was anticipating for that. Well, I didn't order it, actually. I went to my neighbor's house who stole it. But regardless, I was really stoked about that match. 2011, I'm watching these same exact people, and they're just rolling around their old blood, and it's gotten this pathetic and bad.
Hogan has the greatest skullet I have ever seen in my life.
I know, it's like, when I was...
When they take a picture, when you look up skullet in the dictionary, you want to know what you find? The definition of skullet. But you also see a picture of Hulk Hogan's skullet as reference material. Because that thing is glorious. If I ever get old and decrepit, that's the type of skullet that I want.
It's actually like back in '97, the highlight match when Hogan was in his prime, and I use that with quotations. It's like he didn't have hair then, but it wasn't that sad. You can put a do-rag over it, you can notice some things, put on something all right. This is just like, wow. To miss this, you either have to like not pay attention or just like not exist in this universe. This thing took up like it was 3 football fields big, man.
So, for some reason, by the way, we forgot about this. Ric Flair came out.
Oh, yeah. Ric Flair came out.
And that's where me, Peepus, and everyone else watching started dying.
That capped off my night.
And the announcers were all like, what a genius move by Hogan to bring out Flair.
And Ric Flair looked angry. He was yelling something. I'm not sure what, but he was mad.
He was high. He was high. High as fuck.
Did you see that look at his face? He was.
I'm pretty sure he was yelling something along the lines of, Sting, you got me so riled up, I popped a blood vessel in my forehead. Do you understand what you're doing to me?
You got me so riled up.
Perverted pig!
Pig! Perverted pig!
I'm so riled up. I'm going to have to go suck off Bruce and Brody and calm down.
It's nice to see that Ric Flair calmed. It's nice to see Ric Flair got back from a place where we just reviled him to now he can just pull out that crazy performance that we all know and love him for.
Oh, and just...
Do you think he made a moment out of Mickey James that night, too?
He made it a point. He made it a point that neither Sting nor Hogan are in the clique. He's in the clique.
He is the clique.
He is the clique commander.
Guys, hold on a second. I don't think we can accurately describe this match. I do not think we can ever do this match justice.
No, we can't.
You have to watch it.
Folks, go out and watch it. That's what I encourage you to do.
By whatever means necessary.
Just
Yeah, and if
watch
you never
it,
thought Hogan,
whatever.
and if you never thought Hogan was the real deal champion or like a larger than life figure, and you looked at Sting as as the guy who had the work rate and the talent, you look at this now and you're like, wow, Sting used to be that guy, but now he's just a pathetic old guy just whirling around in his own blood.
By the way, I would like to say something. They were beefing up the stipulations for this match. They were saying, because this was essentially a fight for control of the company. And so Taz goes, I don't think this has ever been done in any company ever. And then I just thought, yeah, it's almost like that one time in WCW.
Hey, don't make fun of it. Dixie was
It's
really
almost like that
concerned
one
about
time
it.
in WWE.
And that other time in WWE.
It's almost like that one time in every fucking wrestling company ever. God, I hate you, Taz!
Oh, man. I just have to say, if I learned anything, it's that...
You don't fuck with Taz?
No, it's that, according to Ric Flair, Bret Hart is a piece of shit, son of a bitch, cocksucker, asshole, motherfucker. But...
Let's talk about the ending of this match.
You know what Ric Flair left out of that comment on Bret Hart? Guess what he left out?
All you sold was a pair of glasses, Bret!
And all you sold, Flair, was your title belt.
And your mouth virginity, if you believe the stories.
Ooh, get face! Get face, Flair! Get face! Bam!
Okay, alright.
Bam!
So, moving on, let's go to the ending of this match, because the match itself was exactly what we thought it was going to be.
We thought it was going to be a piece of shit, but it's a polished shit. It was still bad, but it was fun. It was like The Room.
Okay. All right.
It was far better than it had any right to be, having Hulk Hogan and Flair in it.
Let me put it to you this way. If Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4 is the funniest movie of all time, this was the funniest wrestling match of all time.
I've seen some very, very, very funny wrestling matches over the years.
So, okay, Sting wins with the Scorpion Deathlock. But guess what?
It's hard to call that the Scorpion Deathlock nowadays, too.
Yeah, when it doesn't look like it or performed anywhere near it.
Yeah, but here was the Scorpion Deathlock. I'm going to roll you over on your side, and then I'm going to stop, and then you better start tapping. Because if I put you in the full Scorpion Deathlock, I will snap you in half like a twig.
You will be dead in the ring, Hogan.
Which, to be fair, is most likely going to happen anyways.
The one thing this match taught me is if you're willing to give up... Damn. If there's one thing this match taught me is if you're willing to give up dignity, you'll still have a match that's close to the main event spot.
Yeah, that's true. Here's what also is hilarious. Apparently the big plan was Jackson James, you are not allowed to let Hogan lose. That was the big plan. Obviously. What happens? Hogan loses. And as Dixie Carter is celebrating, going, I've got my company back! Oh, this is great! Sting finally did! Immortal comes in, sans Abyss, because Abyss is watching. They cut to the backstage where Abyss is watching on the monitor, going, I should do something. Should I do something? I should do something. Should I do something? Do something!
Oh man.
Phone!
Phone.
I think that's
Car.
I think that's Hogan trying to call us to say that we're just a bunch of Jerobe Marks, or however you pronounce Jerobe. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm talking to him I'm talking to him on the phone.
Okay.
Hey, that's not true. I didn't call you an aging fraud. I called you aging petulant fraud who has no business being in the ring and is just a fucking joke wearing a diaper and a bad tan. Get me right.
Hey, it depends, not a diaper.
Oh, right, sorry, Revolver Man, correct me. It's depends, not a diaper. Okay. Yeah, lawsuit? Okay. Well, oh, by the way, I slept with your whorish daughter, too. Okay, I'm doing court in the next month.
You do realize...
you guys are doing it.
Please, with how much Flair has had to cut down his legal team, we could take him.
Was it Hogan's daughter or was it Hogan's wife?
Yeah, you got to be careful because those are allegedly two different people.
No, either way, we're doing court. No Leaf, you're gonna have to play lawyer on this one.
God damn
Do
it!
we really want him as our lawyer?
Would you rather?
What's that supposed to mean?
Would you rather it be me?
Well, all I'm saying.
I could make a joke about race relations in the U.S., but I'm not.
All I'm saying is I think I have a little bit better of a... What do you care? Seriously.
You're on
What
the
do you
TNA
care?
show.
I'm trying to keep...
You're on the
I'm
TNA
trying-
show.
So, Immortal just starts beating down Sting, and they beat down Jackson James, and, well, Sting goes, help me.
Also, wait a minute. Fuck you, Eric Bischoff, because he hit his own son in the back with a chair. You don't do that shit, okay? I don't care if you think it does make good television. Personally, I'd never hit a family member with a chair. And you've never met my family. I have some douchebags in my family.
It was quite fun.
I wanted to beat them over the... Anyways.
Bischoff, I hope someone runs you over with a car.
So, Hogan...
Yes, hello, Mr. Bischoff.
That's not going to sound good on our lawsuit, you know.
Hello, Mr. Bischoff. Yes, I know your lawyers are mad. You calm down. God, hold up, guys. I got to deal with this.
Okay, you do. So this match was basically Hogan trying to recreate what he did with The Rock.
Yeah, this was a ripoff of WrestleMania 18.
Oh God, I don't even...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was 18. But so basically.
The piped-in cheers.
Yeah, the piped in on your, this was Hogan. Hogan and Sting stand tall against Immortal, and why?
No, even before that, Sting is just... Hold up. Bischoff, get off the line. Okay. Even before that, it's just like Sting was rebelling against Hogan. He's going to be the ultimate crazy guy, and he's unpredictable, and he is against establishment. Hogan's his number one guy. He's the Antichrist. And all that build up and all that anti-Hogan stuff and hitting him and tormenting and all that stake he's going to say just ends with him going, please, Hogan, please,
well,
help
if you remember, technically, they talked a lot about Sting bringing back the real Hogan, if anybody gave a shit.
Oh, if I can argue that, though, I think they were trying to play that up writing-wise as they wanted. He would be like, okay, I want you to get back in the ring. I want you to fight like you were. I need the old Hogan back. I think that's what they're trying to pull out of him, like with the Austin Rock thing. Only...
Yeah, that was basically what this was. This was the Hogan Rock thing, where Hogan turns on the NWO of Nash and it was Nash, him and Scott Hall, and it made sense then. It makes no sense now. So yeah.
This was what we were waiting for, and it took up how much extra time after the match? That whole segment, like of the beating all the way to the redemption, to the celebration, and Dixie high five. How long did that take? And that was after the match ended? 10 minutes?
20 minutes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And of course, this is the main event that's supposed to happen. Now, I talked to the Bischoff's lawyers. He's willing to let us all go, but we have to give him No Leaf. So No Leaf is the one that's going to have to pay for this because of the Twitter remarks. So we got off scot-free, and we're fine.
Hey, producer, it's time for you to produce for us.
Wait, why the fuck do I always have to pay for anything? For everything?
Well, you were the one who actually legitimately made the twist this time, and, well, I'm a coward, so I'm going to pass my blame off to somebody else, even though I said some horrible things. So,
I'm
long story short, I'm selling you out, buddy.
I'm Canadian, so the law doesn't apply to me.
And I'm me, so...
Long story short, pay Bischoff money and do it by the end of the month. Otherwise, you're going to be sequestered into a court.
I fucking hate you guys.
So we're moving on because now we've got the biggest disappointment ever. And we've been disappointed before. Victory Road was the biggest disappointment ever. This is what they've been building for months and months. This is what they made Robert Roode into a star and made Dreadlock X hate him even more. And disappointing.
Oh,
and this
Lord.
was going into this pay-per-view. That was granted, not a bad match, but this was the match that we were like, okay, if one thing in this pay-per-view is going to be good, if one thing in this pay-per-view is going to be redeemable, it's going to be that match.
We didn't even get the formal ring introduction that Jeremy Borash usually gives. That should have been the first indication that this match was going to suck. Or at least the booking behind this match was going to suck.
Yeah, because the actual match, although there was repeated spots, like, skill-wise, it didn't suck. It was a good match. The fault of it was that it wasn't treated as a main event it should have been and given the time. I think they had to really rush it.
They seriously had to rush. Once again, I am shocked that Hogan let this go on last. He must have been planning. This must have been a planned sabotage. I am a firm believer this was a planned sabotage.
Well, I hate to talk about stuff we hear on the LOL dirt sheets, but sorry, that's from another message board. But if you believe them, the original ending to this match got changed due to Hogan going, well, I don't think so, brother. So
yeah, Rude was originally booked to win. He didn't win, and allegedly that was all of Hogan's doing. Not Kurt Angle was even good on freaking Rude winning. Kurt Angle was high on that. Hogan wasn't.
Yeah.
And given actual in-ring experience, I would, granted Hogan, large life figure, whatever other thing you can throw to his name. And when it comes to actual wrestling and in the ring, I trust Kurt Angle's opinion. I mean, he's fucking crazy, but I trust his opinions when he say this guy knows how to put on a series of moves and execute them really well. It is Kurt Angle.
Keep in mind that Kurt Angle is hurt right now. Okay? He is nursing a hamstring injury. I don't know how he got the hamstring injury, but I'm going to assume it's something stupid, like, getting out of bed.
He was moving.
He's not Kevin Nash, man. He's not.
I hope you guys get that couch reference.
So this match ends with shenanigans. Okay.
Shenanigans. To kind of, I guess, preserve Rude being maybe a legit contender. The ref counts the pinfall when Rude's hand is clearly under the bottom rope.
And then make matters worse, Kurt Angle, even though Rude's hand was under the rope, and that pretty much just makes the pin void, but also Kurt Angle had to add extra salt by grabbing the rope, so it's like you're defeating the purpose. It's already void. And the referee can see it.
Yeah, the ref didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The ref.
Who was the ref? Because I can't remember.
Or Ebner, I
Please
believe.
tell me it was a Hebner.
It was Brian Hebner.
Oh. Wait.
I
man.
got it.
Guys,
The Hebners are the only referees they have left besides Jackson James.
Yeah, Shark Boy bailed, so they lost the ref right there.
where's
Also-
Chip Johnson or the referee who wore shorts and overreacted to every single
Future
ball?
Endeavor.
Oh fuck! Oh no, that's right.
We don't
He's
need
going to their
referees. We
media
got the
project.
Hebners.
Also,
Wow.
Backlash, I just got a call from WWE's lawyer. You can't use Future Endeavor. You owe them $500.
Ah, shit.
this is
You
my
know-
theory. This is going to be my theory. Just like his daddy, Brian Hebner was on the take. Not Jackson James, but Brian Hebner was on the take in the end.
No,
Oh, God,
no,
more
I
plots.
am just
Am I the only one who's sick of talking about this? I mean,
although-
what
You
more
wanna
is
put-
there to say? It
Oh,
sucks.
I am sick
It's
of talking
terrible.
about it. I agree with that, but let's just put over the fact that Rude, good wrestler, Kurt Angle, did the best he could in this match. We can at least
Okay.
put over the fact that they did good ring work.
Robert Roode is the future of TNA.
At
Not
this point,
Jeff
with
Hardy.
everyone,
It's gonna be guys like Robert Roode, AJ Styles, Magpie Christopher Daniels.
Hold it. I have to take issue with that. How long is AJ going to be the future of TNA? Because he's been the future for 10 years now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, Robert Roode. You know what? I hate to do this.
the thing is, it's like the thing with the future talent of TNA is that James Storm, Robert Roode, Christopher Daniels, they're all the best talent that they got, and we would look at them like a couple years ago as they were as the future, and they had other guys working with them like Lethal, Amazing Red, Homicide, all those dudes, like Samoa Joe, any other guy they recently cut. Those were the future, and they had a diversity amongst them. Now our future's been cut down to 4 or 5 guys.
which is
The
kind
future-
of sad.
So
The
we're not.
future
It's
does-
not even like the future anymore. It's just we're latching on to who are the. And in TNA mind, they're latching on to who are the best. Well, not in TNA mind. In our mind's defense, that we're latching on to the best guys they got there, which unfortunately is down to like 6 people. And I'm just talking about the current roster. I'm not talking about in the history of things.
TNA has killed, in my opinion, TNA has killed the future. They have completely killed the future. They are riding entirely on old. They're riding on the past now.
TNA has brutally murdered time in front of us.
I'm going to say this.
TNA
Until it
has
comes back,
executed time.
I can't even say that Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley are the future in this because
I think I know where you're going with this. They are the future in the sense that to trust anybody with your wrestling company with any title belt from world title to tag title or whatever, you can trust either Shelley or Sabin. However, we know a company they're in. So is TNA going to trust them with that position? No. I hope they bounce and get back to Ring of Honor. We can see an awesome match. Or they can just be presented in some company where those guys can just... They're going to be gone soon, is what I'm saying. So even if, like, Sabin does get injured, does come back from his injury and the Motor City Machine Guns are back, they're gone. So I get Iron Bite saying, like, they're not the future in the sense that even if they get back together, they're not going to be treated that seriously. But, damn, in every other right functioning universe, they are the future. And said, I'm babbling.
yeah, I know you are.
Okay. Kurt Angle,
Magpie is sad face.
Kurt Angle
Yeah.
wins.
That, I love the Motor City Machine Guns.
The X is thrown up. Kurt Angle's hurt.
This pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, didn't suck as much as I thought it would. It's not Victory Road level of sucking.
No.
But it's
However,
pretty damn close.
I have to
I
say
think-
this. This may have done more damage and shown how irreparable TNA is more than Victory Road did.
Yeah,
Because
I'd agree with you
everything
there.
is stale.
Because,
Everything is stale. They
well,
want.
and I'd agree with you there because what happened at Victory Road wasn't their fault necessarily.
No, it was not planned. It was a combination of the fact that Eric Bischoff forced a guy who was injured and high as fuck on painkillers out when he was clearly not able to, and yeah, went with that. I'm not excusing the fact that at Victory Road, Jeff Hardy was high off his ass, but there were reasons for it. Okay, he was nursing a back injury. There was no reason to have him out there on that, but instead, we got what we got. Okay.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And
I mean, there's no excuse for how Jeff was performing, but at the same time, it wasn't all of his fault. It was not all of his fault.
And you know how he's going to get punished for this? He's going to probably be the next one to challenge for Kurt Angle's title.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hulk Hogan is high on
We
Jeff
get
Hardy.
it. Anyways.
Oh.
All right.
Also, did we mention that Hardy got a brand new Dixietron logo and new music?
Yeah.
Yes, I've made fun of that
Yeah.
blowjob festival. Again, kissing the ass of the guy who embarrassed your company. Way to go.
Also, that is the nicest looking graphic anyone has in that company.
Yeah, that's true.
Hogan doesn't have a better graphic than that.
Well,
But even the fault of that, too, the graphic, it could be cool, but with the 3 big screens, they have one screen where the dude's just posting and 2 screens of graphic. They can have one screen, if they want to be innovative, they can have one screen showing the wrestler kick ass, one screen of them posing if they have to, and one screen of a fun animation that they made on the laptop one afternoon.
Yeah. So that was Bound for Glory. It wasn't quite Bound for Sucking, but it came close.
I would like to talk
for hilariously bad.
It was, I think
out for sorry.
I think honestly our lowered expectations of what this could have been made us like this better.
Yeah.
I think we all came in there just like we wanted to, I mean, not that we wanted to, but we expected to rip this thing for like 4 hours.
Yeah, but we expected to do the Victory Road show where everybody got a turn. All 328 of our co-hosts got a turn.
Hey, there are not 328 of us. There's 324.
Who did we lose?
I
Oh man, I'm gonna miss those 4 guys. Is this really what I get for not going to production meetings anymore? Fuck.
Dude,
Yeah.
don't give that excuse. I don't go to production meetings. I'm well in tune with what's going on.
No one tells me about production meetings. So,
I think we were at a
If
professional.
only we had some type of schedule to let us know where we were. And if somebody set out every schedule each week, if only we had a great guy who just took it upon himself to do that for everybody without a thanks.
Hey, thanks, Magpie. You just volunteered.
No.
So,
Well, guys,
anyways,
well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Dark Match. Thank you for joining us for this.
wait.
Ah!
Forgot one more thing.
I'm going to rip your tonsils out. What?
I had them taken out a while ago.
Then I'll just whip your tongue out. Tell me.
What gets more screen time than Jay Lethal?
Hulk Hogan's rods that are shoved up his ass get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Damn, he took mine. Jackson James. The reaction to Jackson James being revealed as Eric Bischoff's son gets more screen time than Eric Bischoff. I'm sorry.
Actually, Jackson got more screen time than almost anything else on the show besides the ending Hogan segment.
Let's see what got more screen time. Okay, the fan that Matt Morgan was staring at during his match got more screen time than Jay Lethal.
That was weird.
Revolver.
Well, did you go?
I did not go. I let you guys go first, and then you tried to fucking cut me off.
I thought
We're
you
on a
went.
show with Iron Bite. What do you expect?
Yeah, dude, I'm done. Like, please go.
Please go.
Please
Ripping
go.
up both WCW's and WWF's best pay-per-views of all time got more screen time than Jay Lethal in the same match.
And on that
Wow.
note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Dark Match.
Cue music.
Yeah. No,
yeah,
no.
please do. Cue the
We
damn
didn't
music.
do our outros yet, you jackasses. I'm Mr. War Machine. Check out the internet box. Wabam, bazinga. Everybody here's got a big butthole. Go.
I'm the
I'm
Revolver Man. I came
Yeah.
back. God damn it, you guys! I'm gonna kick your ass.
We need an order for the outros.
What guy? That was Iron Bite.
Anyways, I'm Revolver Man, and I came back for this shit.
I'm Magpie, and we're in a great state of despair, but don't worry, we'll still be here to take on Impact.
It's a great
Because
state of-
either they go down, or we do.
What does depair mean?
Depaired?
You said depair. What does that mean?
I mispronounced prepare because I have a bad speech impediment. Thanks for bringing up my fault to the world.
That makes no sense, man. Fuck. Go, Iron Bite.
Iron Bite Dash. Good night and good luck.
I hate you all.
I'm in the game.
Oh, Lord.
What the
Lord.
Don't steal my lines, you son of a bitch.
I will steal all your fucking lines. 'Cause
How did I mispronounce prepare? Oh my god.
Did you mean despair? Despair?
Huh? Wait, what are you
Despair.
talking
We're all
about?
in a state of despair. Despair.
I said despair.
Yeah, you
Just
said
shut up,
despair.
Fair.
You said dis space pair.
No, you
That's what I
said
thought. I'm
despair.
talking to Chad. I did
Better
get the
still be
pronunciation
recorded.
right, though. I said despair.
This. God, you're not saying it right.
Wait. Which pair?
Despair.
Which pair?
Despair.
Which pair?
Well done, No Leaf. Well done. Oh, God.